Alright, so from the description down below, you can go to my Patreon and support the channel, man. I would be grateful to anyone supporting the channel, and from there you can actually request me to make certain videos on certain topics, and I will be sure to make them immediately. So, a lot of people in the music industry, well, not in the music industry, music fans necessarily, critique DJ Khaled and what he actually does. Some people think that he's only there to yell his name, which is completely false. And some people actually don't understand that how did he blow up and how does he sell so many records and how is he one of the biggest things in music. A lot of people have actually forgotten the term uh, executive. A lot of people have just forgotten this term. Like in the last decade, I don't think there were any new major executives in the game. There was Diddy in the 90s, then there was Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z was not an executive. Master P was more of an executive because he ran a label. Well, Jay-Z ran a label as well, but he was more of a businessman than a label head. And of course there were a lot of other executives as well that I'm missing out. So DJ Khaled has yet to take a lot of big steps in his career, but as far as his current status, I think he's going to be one of the biggest executives of all time. Like, he's going to be up there with Diddy and Master P and Dr. Dre. He's going to be up there with those people. I strongly believe that. Suge Knight is there as well. So again, to my point, DJ Khaled doesn't only yell in his songs. Actually, he pays the artists to make the song. He puts together these songs. He chooses the beats. He chooses the titles. He is a marketing machine. No one in the industry or even labels cannot promote an album or a single better than DJ Khaled, and he proved that in 2017. He debuted a rap song on number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. What else do you need? Like, he has already made history. He's one of the only 30 people to have a song debut at number 1. And I'm not sure, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me, I don't think any executive has done that before. Like, DJ Khaled's name was on that song and it featured everyone else. He also runs a label that doesn't necessarily have a very good track record. He signed Ace Hood, the rapper from the song Bugatti that featured Future and Rick Ross. Was a very popping song in 2013 or 14. I'm not pretty sure, but he was dropped from the label. Well, he actually parted ways from the label because of a lot of disputes. I didn't took any time to read all of the disputes or what he thought was wrong or what DJ Khaled thought was wrong, but nonetheless he was dropped from the label. And actually, these days I've heard a lot of news and I saw a lot of pictures. He might as well sign Lil Pump. I'm not sure, I don't know, none of the sources have confirmed it, but he went to meet Lil Pump, so maybe he will sign him, not sure. But again, DJ Khaled does a lot of other stuff than just yelling his name, because if you look at the credits, he's credited as a writer, he's credited as a producer, he's credited as a mixing, among other things. This is what these executives do. Either they make the artists write for themselves, or they just yell their name and bring these people together. Puff Daddy did it back in the day. Well, let's start with Dr. Dre. Let's start with a chronological order. Dr. Dre made Snoop write for him on the Chronic. 13 of the songs Snoop Dogg actually wrote. 13 of the songs. We don't know how much of he wrote the Chronic, but he wrote a lot of it. That is like someone makes a sandwich for you and you give it some final touch-ups like you put ketchup on it and other stuff, and you claim that you made a sandwich. Same way, I know that joke or that example was trash, but I'm sorry, I don't know how to give examples. So the Chronic, but Dr. Dre was more of a rapper and producer, so that was a different case. Puff Daddy, he was featured on several of Notorious B.I.G. songs, Maze songs, and then a lot of other signees. He had a lot of artists. He also signed the Locks, you know, Jericho, Styles P. He signed those artists as well, and he was featured on a lot of hit records as well. You know, More Money, More Problems, and among other records. So he would either yell his name on there or have a guest verse or a hook that he would a repetitive hook that might as well be written by another artist. But the point is, DJ Khaled is an executive. There are not a lot of executives in the game, and you should try to appreciate these executives who bring together so many people, because it is not possible for these artists to go and collaborate with other people. So you should always wish good luck to these people who are actually trying to do this and who are actually working on this stuff, because it takes a lot of money to put together these artists. Like on his last album, Holy Key, he had Kendrick Lamar, he had J. Cole, he had Jadakiss, he had Pusha T, he had so many big artists. It is not possible to get all of these artists on a budget. Like, I think one of these artists would take like $50,000 to give a feature verse, and Future gives away his verses for a lot of money. I know that, and he has a lot of verses on all of DJ Khaled albums, recent albums. So again, it takes a lot of money to put together these albums. It is very easy for us to critique the artist, but he has earned his way to the top, and you should appreciate him. And he's a character, and he's a character that hip-hop needs. Most of all, I quite believe the fact that he is actually not fake. The way he acts is not fake. He's genuine. Much like people think designer is fake, but I don't think his personality is fake. Like, he is like that most of the times. He's making those weird noises and doing all of the stuff he does. He is himself most of the times we see him on camera, much like DJ Khaled. And I have heard people tell stories about DJ Khaled of how he actually speaks the same way he speaks on camera in real life conversations. So that goes on to prove the fact that he is actually like that in real life, and he's a character again that hip-hop needs. So please appreciate people while they are here and stop bitching. Alright, go check out my other videos. I have a lot of other videos as well. I know no one stayed till the end of this video, but if you are still watching, please go watch my other videos, and please go to my Patreon and see if you can help out the channel. Again, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.